at the end of the day, I would go to all three of those parties.
Because I'm there.
Yeah, obviously, you got it's crazy. Anyway, yo, my people, it's your boy EB, and we're here today for another episode of the Kids Show. And as you guys can see today, I got two Negroes on my side over here. Do you guys want to introduce yourself first and foremost?
Kane.
What do you do, bro? What do you do?
Oh shit, I'm a DJ. I DJ hip hop and R&B in Cape Town.
Do you think you one of the better DJs, like popular ones?
Me, I think I'm top 5.
Top 5?
Top 2 actually.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Who's number 1 then?
One of my personal goats, I think Gremlin right now, one of the best DJs in Cape Town, or the best DJ in Cape Town, in my personal opinion.
Okay, interesting. Joe, you want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, my name is Joe. I'm actually a nobody. I'm just a normal guy.
Bro, he's out here living life, bro.
I'm just here living life, enjoying things, and yeah, we're outside.
So guys, today, basically we're going to have a general conversation. We have a few topics today. And I'm not going to say the topics beforehand. I'm just going to let you guys see it, man. So these are two of my friends. So this is basically just a normal episode of us talking nonsense. So if you guys are looking for some superstar celebrity, you should stay because I'm here. But like, but if you're looking like for someone famous, you're not going to find it here. We're just chilling, talking about life. First and foremost, guys, I want to talk about groove.
Ooh.
You're obviously a DJ, Kane.
Yeah.
How's groove for you, bro? In Cape Town especially.
Groove for me in Cape Town is still fun. There's still a lot of novelty to it.
Novelty? That's explain it. What? I don't know that type of big English.
Novelty. So for me personally, it's just like there's still a lot to it, man. Like it's not like boring. You know, there's still a lot that you can find interesting in it.
Don't you feel like, personally, in my opinion, in Cape Town grooves, no, the market is getting very, very saturated, bro? Yes.
But for me personally, as a DJ, I think the oversaturation is good. It means more bookings, you know, more work coming in. But it does dumb down the quality of events a bit.
Yeah, because now I go to Groovy Nights, I go to Where the Parents, I go to Shutdown. I see Kane at all three of them. So what?
Not the Shutdown though.
Why not Shutdown? You never done Shutdown before?
I've never done Shutdown before.
Okay, but like, what incentive do I have to go to that specific event now?
From my perspective, the versatility in the set. So each three of the events that you just mentioned now, they cater to different crowds. So I can't play the same set everywhere I go because it's a different crowd. One crowd might like a strictly hip-hop set, the next might love something more commercial. So the versatility is key in that aspect for me.
Okay, for sure. But I feel like at the end of the day, I would go to all three of those parties.
Because I'm there.
Yeah, obviously. It's crazy. Anyway, what I'm saying is like, I feel like the partying scene in Cape Town is very, very repetitive, bruh.
Yeah.
Same girls, same guys, same DJs. Like, we're not developing enough superstars because people are not ready enough.
That's true. I was actually telling Bongs earlier that exclusivity sells. So maybe that's the next thing for me in 2023.
Okay. Interesting, bruh. And Joe, we also want you involved, of course, no? I don't know why you're sitting there.
What do I know about grooving?
You don't know about grooving?
Okay, so based on like recently, you know, when I was here in the summer, I think it was lit. I think it was vibes and whatever. But as soon as I got back now for December, I thought it would be like, you know, another level type shit. But supposedly it's okay. I'm sorry for my language, but supposedly it's not, because I mean, I guess like I was saying that the uni students are actually carrying through type of thing.
Yes.
You know? So like all the like the say the Joburg and the Pretoria and wherever else the uni students come from. As soon as they go back home, then it's not the same thing. It's not the same vibes. Now you're just seeing a bunch of high school kids that just graduated high school, and now they're all like, oh no, I'm outside. I'm drinking Savannah or whatever.
Savannah.
I mean, I enjoy it. Like I enjoyed it the first time, but now I'm like just like, I'd rather be at home type shit, or I'll be doing wholesome stuff.
Okay, for you guys wondering why Joe's accent is different, obviously Joe grew up in South Africa, but he migrated. Should I say migrated? Is that the right word?
Migrated is not fair.
What does migrated mean though?
Migrated is like when you leave your country and then you never come back type shit.
Oh, yeah.
When you look for like a better life type. You know, when you leave like Congo.
Why must you mention that though?
I'm kidding.
But listen, Joe obviously studies in the US right now, and he comes down in in spells. He comes down in different spells of the year when he can. So that's why his accent's a bit different. And on that topic now, I feel like we've had so many parties this year that once you got to December, it's like people are sort of like tired. Like it's December every month in Cape Town now.
Yeah.
There's no real thing to look forward to at the end of the year.
Yes, there's nothing different. It feels so repetitive. It feels the same, like you said, the same people, same girls, same guys, same DJs, same places. Like there's nothing like it doesn't add any extra spice to it, even though it's like the best time of the year supposedly.
Wait, Cape Town's just small though.
That's
true.
That's
Cape Town is small, bro.
That's a huge problem because cool, like it's too small. It's too federal.
Wait, Brian. On that topic about federal, what do you mean exactly?
Like I'd say like you can't do something and people not know. You can't speak to somebody. You can't know somebody. You can't like hook up with somebody. Suppose not for me, but I'm just saying,
not for you.
Not for me.
Oh,
I'm just saying like personally, you can't like
hook up with someone.
Bruh, relax. But now you can't like be talking to somebody and then them not knowing 2, 3 people, 3, 4 other people that you know. That's everyone's like so interconnected or like everyone's so mutual with each other that it's like there's no exclusiveness to anything in Cape Town at least.
And Kane,
where everybody ends up, Long Street.
Facts.
Yeah, there's not enough. Like Kostic told me that in Joburg you could go to a club every single week.
Mm-hmm.
You could as an artist, you could get booked every single week, and for the whole year you could not do the same location.
I think that's the difference between Cape Town and Joburg.
Yeah. But Cape Town is so small that everything's in
the same space. Yeah.
So do you feel like groove in Cape Town is dead?
Personally, that and then maybe along with performance culture. Performance culture in Cape Town is definitely dead. Like no one really appreciates live performances like that.
Because there's not enough superstars though.
That's true. We have crazy superstars in our area though. It's just that they're not appreciated by our scene.
I think I had a better experience of like in terms of turning up. Yeah, I mean I haven't turned up like a lot in terms of over like my lifetime, but like recently I think I had a bit better experience turning up in over like up north in Joburg and Pretoria than I had the turning up here because everything was different. It wasn't the same vibes, but here it's just so like the same.
Mm-hmm. What you have to say about the Dorime guys though? The Nigerian brothers spending predominantly Nigerian. Yeah, obviously some Congolese, some obviously some white people, but the people most known for the Dorime. Dorime is the Nigerians, man. So what's your opinion on them popping bottles like 500K in a club in a night, 200K in a club in a night? What's your opinion on that?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm putting this on record. Allegedly, they do these things to clean money and whatever. But like, I guess whoever buys into the whole lifestyle and aspect, I mean, it's all on them. You know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, you do whatever you want to do with your money, however you get it, however you spend it.
However you get it, what if niggas are dying?
Bro, that's between them and...
There's nothing I can do about that. Like, respectfully, there's nothing I can do about that.
Do you feel like the people who go spend 100,000 in a club, 200,000 in a club, are not actually spending the money? They're buying a very, very cheap bottle. Because in the club, the bottles are worth probably like 1,000 and they sell them for like 10,000.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So do you feel like those people, they give their money into the club, then the club washes the money, and it gives it back to them, and they're not actually spending those big figures?
But then what happens to the bottles and stuff like that? They end up having in the sections and they pour in and wash it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
how's the club making money?
How's the club making money? I would say the club gets a percentage of the money that they are washing.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Because how these establishments work, like I saw it in the movie once, where they come to you and they're like, bro, I have 50 million. It's dirty. I need it clean. Then like, oh, I know this establishment. Then you obviously have to give the person who's washing it for you a cut. So do you feel like these big bottle spenders in the club are basically cleaning their money through the clubs and giving the club a percentage so the club can also run from day to day?
Yeah, probably. But also like, look at let's say those guys, that demographic of people that do those things, like let's say a good percentage of them are doing it illegally, but then there's also like there's actual people that actually have it.
Yeah, actually have the money. Yeah,
they actually got it like that, and then now they're like getting whoever they want to sit in, like influencers or whatever, whoever they want to sit in their sections and just live it up and things like that, and just like live in that little fantasy that just runs out.
Do you feel like people do that for fulfillment in terms of like popping bottles, Kane? Like, do you feel like people do it for fulfillment, or do they do that to get recognition from the opposite sex?
I think it's a recognition thing, because like obviously your first idea is that if I got beer bottles on my table, it's gonna attract the baddies,
Yeah.
But again, popping all that bottles, you know, you spending what 100K for something that you could have bought at Pick and Pay liquor for like 5,000 rand. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's be for real. Let's just have a house party.
Let's have a house party and you buy 5,000 and worth of liquor.
It's just in the culture, you know, every club culture and things like that. Is just, it's all just, you know.
Club culture is terrible though. I don't mess with club culture.
I personally think like clubbing is sort of like a career. Like people that go to the club every weekend. Like say for instance, no? Ronaldo scores this week, no? He does a celebration, no? Because everyone sees him.
Yeah.
And then they will go to the club, spend millions of bottles, so that's them.
Oh, they're putting up numbers.
That's basically them putting up numbers for the week, and then everyone else sees them like, wow, oh my god.
But that's the thing though. There's the money that you can't compete with in this scene. It's obviously the money that they wash and doctor money. You can't compete with those 2,000 money. Shout out Fish Parcel. Can't compete with doctor money.
Yeah, like. Yeah, this is. I agree with you. Like, you know, some people get it legally, some get it illegally. But I guess everybody spends it differently.
Yeah, no, but that's true. But just imagine, like, because a lot of I heard a story once that what club owners would also do is they'd get their homies to rent a section, but then instead of buying the bottles, they'd rent the bottles so that the actual ballers can see, damn, that table has 25 bottles. Let me go get 30, 40 bottles.
Yo, man, are renting bottles. That's what you're doing now.
Bro, it's actually a crazy scheme.
So because the club owners are basically using those people, do they actually pay to rent those bottles?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a crazy scheme because your bottle, your table can look like it's full of bottles and it will be appealing to the eye. And then the next person who's actually there to spend their money will be like, damn, they might get all the baddies. Let me t-shirt.
It's all about social status, honestly.
Yeah. So they trick you into that, bruh. That's basically like showing someone else, oh, this person has more than you.
Yeah.
You need to go harder.
I need to go harder.
I need to go harder. Yeah.
We need to trademark that one.
Oh yeah, I need to go harder.
You need to go.
I need to go harder tees.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I need to go harder tees. Comment down below. Right now, we'll drop them tomorrow. Listen, Saints, bro. Them and they.
Dorime.
Owing go Dorime on credit, bro.
Nah.
You know, what Saints did was actually really smart because the traction that they gained was like a massive publicity stunt. Like, people had post notifications on. They were waiting for them to drop. 7 p.m. was the hottest hour of the day.
Yeah.
Just to get those names out of.
So you guys that don't know, so a few people owed Saints Lounge, you know? Saints Lounge, a club in Cape Town in Longs. Are they in Longs?
First place.
Yeah.
No, they're not in Longs. They're like close to CPUT, I think.
Oh, you actually know these things.
Don't. I have a story about that one, but
okay. What I'm saying is Saints Lounge obviously were owed money by a few individuals, ranging from about 50,000.
Yeah, I think it was from like 50 downwards.
50 downwards to as little as 1,500.
Someone actually came with a small claim like a 2.5 or something.
They also got a 151. So what Saints decided to do is post up on Instagram, let people know that a few people owe their money, and if those people don't pay in the next 24 hours, they will post their photos on Instagram. So everyone in the city of Cape Town, probably in other cities as well, were waiting to see Saints post these people to see the embarrassment, because you know people like to prey on downfalls.
Yes.
So that's basically the backstory on that. And
but you know what's crazy about that?
They will.
It's my fault. Okay.
What did you do?
You know what's crazy is like if you look at like this is one dude, like no offense, like I'm not trying to like be like classist or anything, but like this is one guy that that guy is not gonna pay that amount.
That guy's not gonna pay the money. Saints played themselves.
Bro, he's wearing that t-shirt. Okay, I got
Chill.
Do it.
Anyway, but like let's be serious, bro. How you borrowing that guy like 10, 20 grams worth of alcohol and expect him to pay, and this is what he looks like? This guy's not paying that money, bro.
Actually.
And that's a setup. You're setting yourself up. And
Yeah,
then
you're setting yourself up.
Look like a dumbass.
That must have been a rental though.
I feel like maybe that guy did come into money. He did have money,
But he messed it up.
but then he lost the money. So
enough,
that sort of led them to trust him. But once they trusted him, he didn't have any P anymore. So he just took the alcohol, and didn't have any more bread. So basically, these people were taking alcohol on credit, guys. So I don't know. It all went from accounted sports scene to house loans to now alcohol and credit, bruh. Like, what's going on in this country, dog? And yeah, Saints obviously thought this would be a way of getting people to spend more money. And obviously pay it back later, but it obviously blew up in their face. But now they reclaim some of their money, but I don't think they got all of it.
I don't think so. But then again, it was a crazy publicity stunt because in that same time they were busy with the renovations. So what a great way to market the fact that your club space is going to be renewed and just get more traction on that.
But you know what? I saw the owner of Saints was posting himself on the IG also saying follow me and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Bro used it to his advantage fully though.
Bro.
happens to it. That they gain like I think 20K followers from that.
Marketing
from all
genius,
that
dog.
stuff.
Yeah, so when
Marketing
people come down
genius.
from Joburg and they're gonna be like, yo, I wanna go to
I want
Saints
to go to
Lounge.
Saints.
Yeah.
I wanna
That's
see
where the
what's
people owe
what's
the
all
money.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. So next thing, you obviously can't have clubbing without the woman. So in Cape Town, there's a huge market of people that are big spenders. And these people, the girls that are with them, people tend to believe that they're with him for the money.
Yeah.
And it's predominantly the black brothers. Because I feel like a lot of people are stuck in the past times where black people wouldn't date colored people. So now whenever they see a colored girl with a black guy, they assume, nah, he's a Nigerian. He's got bread.
Yeah.
So do you guys feel like these women actually love these big spenders and are attracted to them? Or are they just doing it in order to sort of like receive a paycheck to get a get-rich quick scheme and then obviously leave them and find someone they actually love? Or just love them forever because they can deal with the unattractiveness, but they can't deal with poverty?
But these men might not even be unattractive, my brother.
Yeah.
Come now.
I think
Yeah, of course.
Some of them might just be
Of
handsome.
course.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about unattractiveness in the sense of they are unattractive. I'm just saying these women are not attracted to them.
Yeah.
Probably not. But it could be either or, you know, like you can't necessarily put that label on it. So like, yeah, it's for the money.
Yeah.
The lifestyle and all of that is attractive. But maybe there's a genuine sense of like, you know, maybe I do like this person at the end of the day. But there's been strange situations.
Do you honestly believe that?
I do, but there's been situations where it's like, nah, it's definitely for the money. Because I'll never forget this one night. Myself and Fish Pastor, like we went to this lounge. They invited me to play, and they gave me like a bottle of Hennessy. And we were like just casually chilling at the table, and this girl was like, the girl who booked me for this event or for this gig, she was like, yeah, I know, that's my ex-boyfriend. And I look over at the ex-boyfriend's table, and man was just chilling with bottles, and it was just like, it was like a crazy time. Like man was Gucci'd out. It was like, damn. She's like, yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend. And then we were like, just like going on about our day. I played my set, I came back, we finished the bottom with whatever, and she's like, you mustn't be shy to dance with me, even though my ex-boyfriend's here. I was like, girl.
You want to be
I was like, girl.
financial fair play.
Yeah, financial fair play. I was like, girl, I don't have the
We can't
facilities
compete.
for that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of men also feel like intimidated now.
Yeah.
They see you dating a big Nigerian spender, they're not gonna want to approach you. Gonna be like, nah, this one she like things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I feel like in terms of like them being attracted to the money, I feel like if anything, you know, money makes everything look better. Everything look better.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if you braid it up like that and you have the confidence, you have something to stand on in terms of approaching women and getting them any type of woman you like, and that's just how it is. It's easier to get a prettier woman, or it's a higher standard of women in society, or based on what society is these days. You know, compared to say I was broke as F, living in a 1-bedroom type of thing, and then I'm trying to bag some Instagram parties. It's not the same thing. So I think with the money comes a level that you can attain, which is a lot easier to get,
Woman.
But at the same time, looks, a woman can look past the look.
Yeah.
If you're spending 100
But-
bucks on her every month, she can look past it. Sure.
Similar topic, but this kind of speaks to the fact that women are settlers. Like
Yeah.
women would settle. So like if you can provide, if you can look like dress a certain way, if you can provide, if you can be a certain type of guy, they'd settle for you regardless of what you look like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Trust
But
me.
how do you love with someone that you're not fully attracted to, though? How do you give yourself to that person in a lot of ways?
Bro, believe me, looks does not, like IG
doesn't.
baddies and Twitter baddies, whatever. Looks does not. They can talk about it on the internet, but in real life, looks is not a big factor. It's like if you're just a good person, whatever, and then things like that, looks is like
It's not a thing.
it doesn't matter. Like you're a good person, you can provide for yourself. You got a decent job.
Yeah.
Like you know how to take care of a woman. Like looks you can be a 5, you can be a toe, and you know how to treat a woman that you good, you're chilling.
Facts.
Like looks is just like all type of internet stuff. It's not real. It's not real.
Interesting enough, I wanna back to the main topic of the Saints and owing money and credit. Do you think that South African people and the culture in South Africa breed for a society that will do anything for alcohol?
Oh, I
Yo.
think so.
And do you think that moves us forward as a country? I'm not South African originally. I'm Congolese, but obviously I'm a part of what we have over here. So I don't drink at all. So do you feel like the people craving for alcohol so much? Do you think that people will do anything for alcohol? And also, do you believe that will make us move forward as a society or backwards?
If you're putting it like that, I think it's like a backwards type thing. Because if you're doing the most just to get alcohol, then it's probably like an abuse type thing. Like maybe you're abusing alcohol, and something like that. So it's definitely like a move backwards type
not
thing.
necessarily. Maybe they're not abusing alcohol. Maybe they're sort of in love with the attention also. And people are not focused on the right thing. People are not focused on going to go take 20,000 and credit to try and invest in something, but people are interested in spending it in the club to make themselves look good for women. Do you get what I'm saying?
I see you.
Yeah, like a real life example. If you think about, like, I remember during lockdown, COVID times, like obviously I wasn't here, but I remember there was a lot of people that was reselling alcohol, and they were reselling it at a crazy marked up price, and people were buying it because they obviously had no access to it anywhere else. But people would never go crazy like that for, like, say, grocery and stuff like that. Like if you're gonna mark up, say 200, 300 rand on a bottle of oil, people's not gonna pay for it.
Yeah, people's not gonna pay for it.
But if you do it for a bottle of
alcohol,
freaking what people would drink here? Russian beer. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm chilling. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, bro. People, what you saying?
And now I'm just like, that's what makes them. I don't know. I understand how you're programmed that way in terms of the necessities are not more important, are not as important as the temporary like feeling that you get from drinking alcohol or whatever.
I feel like substance abuse is a big thing in South Africa, though.
Yeah, it is. Cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, everything.
And I feel like that is probably... yeah. I'm not gonna
take sugar.
People be coking in the club bathrooms as well.
Dog, funny enough, this past Saturday at an event, they literally made like a circle on the dance floor so that this girl could hit the line, dog.
There's no way.
I was watching it from the DJ booth. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Okay, you're not gonna mention.
I'm not gonna mention it, but dog, they literally made a circle around this line.
So was she doing the coke in her hands or what?
Nah, it looked like I couldn't see that part exactly, but when she came up, she was like, I was like, I know exactly what that is.
A whole circle, so that someone could indulge in such stuff.
Yes.
And it seemed normal.
Seemed extremely normal. Extremely normal.
Substance abuse. I feel like substance abuse is probably one of the things hindering the country from moving forward. Besides, obviously, the corrupt government, all of that.
But like, if you compare, like, even the World Cup that just happened right now, no alcohol and everything, and then look how well people behave. Everyone they needed to, like, people assume alcohol is an enhanced experience, but we just need vibes to enhance. You need to be happy. You just need to be yourself.
I don't drink personally. I go to the clubs sometimes and I have a good time, but I never have a terrible time because I wasn't on a buzz. I didn't have this.
But that's the problem with our culture, though, is because people feel the need to always be on a buzz, like you say.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like uncontrolled substances like drugs or something like that, or like alcohol. But people can't go out without that being around them, which to me is very silly because, like, what are you going out for?
Yeah.
For the vibes.
You might as well just stay at home and drink them.
Exactly. Might as well. Have a house party. Do this thing at home,
I do feel like a lot of people waste their money on alcohol as well. So this guy, Jonathan, is now in December. So Jonathan is going to buy him crazy bottles during the month of December. It's festive. It's festive. Going to the club, New Year's party, Christmas party, all the other parties, partying on a Tuesday like Drake. Like just moving crazy. Then it comes to the next month,
January.
And now the kids are asking for
money,
Daddy, where's the money for the stationery?
Yeah.
Yo.
But now Daddy's chilling there like Kanye West after the study does, bruh. No money, nothing, bruh. So you know what I mean?
January is 45 days long, though. That's the real problem. Because imagine you get paid the 15th of December and you only get paid again the 25th of January next year.
Yeah, but I feel like if you not blowing your money on buying alcohol, I feel like not necessarily alcohol is not the only problem, but I feel like a lot of people, even on a normal month, like you'll see a guy get paid on the 25th. If the 25th falls on the weekend, it's a long day.
It's a long day.
If it's a Friday, bro.
But I think it's also how it's been built up into our culture. Like, for example, like me growing up, like my mom would always set out a specific day, like in the month of December, for us to like go shop.
Yeah.
And like that, for example, would be like Christmas shoes, Christmas outfits and stuff like that.
Same.
So it's kind of hard to deviate from that culture when you grow up in it, you know.
Yeah.
So like now, December is festive. Like this is what we always do every festive.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of like shape your way out of that?
But listen, I'm not saying that you can't have December vibes. I'm not saying that you can't buy yourself Christmas clothes. I'm not saying that you can't buy yourself alcohol even. But I'm saying even on a normal month, a man will get paid on the 25th, the Friday. Then by Monday, Bro's asking people to borrow money because he drank all his money throughout the weekend. He has kids. The wife is asking for nappies. Bro is in the clubs popping bottles. Probably owes Saints money. So like, how do we make an excuse for that? Like in December we can make an excuse, definitely.
Yeah, it's festive.
But even in flipping a normal month in June, bro, people are just always having an excuse to have vibes.
That's why they say drink responsibly. You know,
Yeah.
it's not only about drinking and driving. It's also about what drinking does to the people around you and how it's gonna affect people in going forward type of thing. It's not only about.
I feel like there is so many negatives to alcohol.
Yeah,
like you waste your money, drinking and driving. People become violent when they drink.
Yeah.
Like there's so much negatives to alcohol.
And you wake up with a hangover.
And you wake up with a hangover.
0 out of 10 would not
niggas be like, I'm
recommend,
never
dog.
ever drinking again. Bro.
Yo, you pray to the porcelain god.
Who's the person? I don't
Toilet
know.
pot.
Yes.
On your knees and shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
crazy
hell
one.
no.
But yeah, I feel like in conclusion, can we all agree that alcohol is definitely
It does more
slowing
bad
us
than good.
down.
Yeah.
Slowing
Yeah.
us down as a country.
Yeah.
But come drink a bottle with us on Saturday, it's fine.
So you,
It's not gonna be vibes, no?
Drink
It's
a
not
bottle
gonna
with
be
us, it's
vibes.
fine.
It's gonna be good.
Louis, how much time are we on?
You're about 23, 4 minutes.
Oh, 23, 20. I thought we were speaking for 6 years there. Guys, I want to talk about transitioning from school to normal life. For me, I want to tell you my story. So when I left school in 2019, I got my bachelor's pass. I passed, guys. I did maths and physics.
You pass math?
Yeah, I passed maths and I passed physics. But
Unrelatable
I
content.
got about 49 for maths and I got 39 for physics.
That's
So-
not a pass.
That's a pass.
In South Africa.
Exactly, in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yo, this country is the
But
ghetto.
I low-key feel like they gave me 39 so I could go for a remark and pay for it. But anyway, that's my own conspiracy theories. But when I left school, so obviously I didn't get the marks I wanted. My other subjects were obviously above 39 and 49. But I wasn't able to study what I wanted to study at the university. So
What
I
you wanna
was
do,
forced-
though?
What did I want to do then? I wanted to do journalism. It kind of makes sense now that I'm doing interviews and asking people stuff. So I wanted to do journalism after school, but I never got the opportunity to do it because of my marks. And then I did a few short courses at UWs and a few other like colleges, and then eventually I studied sports management and got a diploma in sports management. But now I'm obviously doing YouTube. But I feel like a lot of people have gone to these unis for these 3-4 years and dedicated 4 years of their life to studying. But I feel like a lot of people don't earn enough. And there's not enough ways being taught to us to make money besides the education route.
Yeah.
And if you don't go the education route, you probably end up in a retail job. No disrespect to anybody that does that, because I done retail my first year of school as well.
Same.
First year out of school. So I feel like there's not enough ways being taught in our country in order to teach people how to make money instead of the traditional ways. Or I feel like the retail job and working for someone else and the 9 to 5
Yeah.
is another traditional way. So what's your opinion on that, though?
That actually stems from high school, because like, and this is kind of controversial, but the topic or the subject, life orientation, is
Yeah.
extremely pointless in my opinion, because like life orientation should be replaced with like business ethics, for example,
Yeah.
like how to make money, how to do your taxes, different ways of going about making money.
Taxes.
Because like, think about it. Who on this couch right now knows how to do taxes?
Facts. I don't know. Like, listen, I came here to
You know
Louis.
how to do
Shout out Louis. And that was the first time I heard about taxes. I'm 22 years old.
Exactly.
The first time in my life I heard that I don't make money from a company because I don't work for a company. I work for myself. So now I'm getting all this money into my bank account and I'm not paying taxes. Oh, okay, wait.
Cut that.
Wait. We're gonna have to cut it. You got the time on that one.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Cut that one.
But I'm earning all this money, but I haven't been taught to pay taxes. So he tells me about, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But no one in my life ever taught me that. So in 10 years from now, if I continue and I didn't, obviously I have paid my taxes now, but if I didn't end up paying my taxes, it would lead me to a place where I've earned so much money and now I owe SARS so much money.
Yeah.
But it becomes my fault, but it's not actually my fault because I wasn't.
Because you
taught
weren't
this in
taught, and
school.
that's the problem with like life orientation as a subject. Because like I personally feel like if the schooling in South Africa should scrap that and just do business ethics,
Yeah.
you'd literally leave high school with a better perspective of what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a lot of people leave high school and they don't even know what they want to study. But because we grew up with this mentality of you need a degree, you need a diploma, you need something behind your name just to get decent jobs, you kind of force yourself in a certain direction.
Yeah.
So maybe you go into finance, but finance isn't what you want to do, but because you did good in math in school, it's like, damn, might as well do it.
And also, I feel like that leads you to a point where if you don't succeed in school, you sort of feel like, I'm a failure.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that.
I'm a failure. And obviously, Joe studies in the States. So how do you think the States life is different compared to, and the education system is different to our South African one?
The first thing you mentioned was the pass rate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pass rate, yeah.
The pass rate, bro. So over there, you know, like in uni, I think anything lower than 70% is a fail.
Anything lower than 70% is a fail.
Anything lower than 70% is a fail.
That's crazy. I failed grade 5, grade 6, grade 7.
No, and that's where I'm at right now in terms of like. So say, remember those days like in high school where you did bad on the test and you got like a 59 or 60 or something. You're like, okay, at least
At least you passed, yeah.
You do that, that's a fail. So you do that at the end of a semester, you're retaking the class.
Oh, you're retaking the class because you got 69%, 65%.
That's what happens. So I feel like in terms of the you compare like the standard and quality of education, it's good because you're working harder in order to like to understand and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not just trying to do the bare minimum in terms of like getting by with school type of thing. So that's why a lot of people appreciate getting A pluses and A's because A plus is 95 and up and the A is like 90 up. So like people that get straight A's is like, oh, they're on the shit. You got the shit on though, type of thing.
You got that shit on. You got that shit on.
So like, yeah, I appreciate it more and think like because it makes me it forces me to work harder in terms of mastering my craft and things like that, and in terms of being good at what I want to do in the long run.
That's perfect because if you have a doctor, like they always say this one, if you have a doctor that only knows 50% of his work, how would you feel trusting him?
Exactly.
So, but in the United States, obviously you need 70%.
70%.
So just to get by.
That sort of like increases the level of the entire society because now everyone is doing something, being more knowledgeable than here, where the government doesn't even know how to pronounce numbers. You know what I mean? So,
but it kind of feeds into like for example, school is a metric to obviously gauge like knowledge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what if you just not the school type of person? What if your gift is somewhere else? Like for example, like what if you are meant to be a superstar producer?
Yeah.
But because they conform you in this little bubble where you're like, oh no, school is a must. So you kind of put all your energy into school, and only after school can you then put your energy into producing.
Yeah.
But then you're already like 5 years late on this thing that you need to hop on a band.
I think that's the problem. I feel like the problem is people only emphasize on the importance of the diploma or the degree instead of emphasizing on the skills that you need in order to. Because at the end, I was talking to Joshua about this earlier. Like you can get the 4-year degree and whatever, and then you can still be stuck. And someone who spent 1 year doing a low course, learning how to be good at something, goes in and gets a job immediately and gets a good earning, a good living, makes a good living because they focus on what's important. And the whole 4 year, like I'm not discrediting I'm doing 4 years. I've done like I'm close to the end or whatever. I'm not discrediting like whatever I've gained along the way, but like it's not always necessary. Like
to go the 4 years, like
where you're supposed to be, it's not always necessary because you're still gonna need to be good at something, and you're still going to need to go to an employer and be like, okay, so ask you what can you do or what have you done type of thing, and you'll be like, oh no, I just got this diploma from University of Cape Town.
And it doesn't necessarily say that you can do the job.
It doesn't necessarily say that because they don't know what you did there. But if you learn a skill and you're good at that skill, they know exactly what you can do.
And you can display that skill instantaneously.
Exactly, that's the thing. So
I feel like
you can speak.
I feel like you also have this thing where people have connections and people with skills. Like I'm having this dilemma right now where I don't want to go back to college next year because I feel like I will spend a lot of time in college studying marketing. In that time, I could be creating content, becoming better in front of the camera, making new connections with people, which will help me in the marketing field as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of stuck with this dilemma of should I go back to college, study, but then sort of slow down on my YouTubing and being in front of camera career. So how much money would I miss out on being in class all the time?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And
That's a
time and
cool
money,
thing.
yeah.
Time and money is important. But like, think about it. The advantage of studying like marketing and getting that diploma is obviously you get some inside tricks on like the ethical side of how to conduct business and how to do marketing. But you also have to understand that you're already on that wave. You are out connecting with people. You know, when you do your videos, you're not just doing a video for the sake of the video. You're meeting a new person. You're connecting here. You're connecting there.
Yeah.
So you're already on a marketing thing. It's just like the diploma could certify you for an office job essentially.
Yeah.
But that's not where I want to be.
Now
though.
you see.
exactly-
So that's why you're in a dilemma because like I said, the diploma will certify you for an office job so that you can work for a company and do marketing. But you're already on a marketing thing and your sole focus is YouTube and doing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always about just like perfecting what you're good at, what you're doing, and turning that into something that.
You think, yeah?
Some are going crazy with the Wuto.
Yes, sir. So what were we talking about?
Yeah, so it's always about being able to present yourself in a way where you're presenting what you're good at and turning that into something that can earn you a living. It's not always doesn't always have to be about what you learn in school and what they taught you to do, how to do certain things, and then to go know and sit in front of the computer all day and to the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's not always about that. Like it works for a lot of people, but it also doesn't work for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then they end up being miserable and not enjoying what they're doing with their life 10, 20 years down the drain, and you can't turn now. You know,
And that's a good point that Joe made because, like, for example, you can go get that degree or that diploma, but then when you enter the working world, you might not even be doing that. Like with me, for example, I studied IT networking.
Yeah.
And then where I'm at right now, it's like not even anywhere close to IT networking.
What are you doing right now?
So like right now, I'm a quality assurance trainer and specialist in an IT department. But it's so vastly different from what I studied in 2019. It's like, how did I get from there to here?
Yeah.
Like to this day, I still haven't touched a single networking administrative thing, and I got the qualifications for it.
Do you also feel like once people going to college, they sort of like stuck? Because I feel like a lot of people can learn what they're learning in the college and education system away from it in a shorter space of time.
That they can. Like there's a lot of like websites and stuff. Like for example, I'm trying to think of the name of this thing now. But another one it's like Skillshare.
Yeah.
So they do like 15, 20-minute clips on how to work Photoshop, for example.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in Photoshop, you can watch a 20-minute video on Skillshare, understand it, watch a couple YouTube tutorials, and then you can do your thing. Like people often ask me, how did you learn how to DJ?
Yeah.
I didn't touch like DJ equipment until one night. And before that, I even like just watched a bunch of tutorials on how to work the software, what the buttons and that do.
Yeah.
So that eventually when I stepped in front of it, I was so comfortable without even really practicing on it before.
Yeah.
So YouTube and like places like Skillshare will help you unlock so much potential if you kind of have an idea of what you like to do.
Yeah.
So also,
No free promo though.
Also the sense of security.
Yeah.
I feel like a job provides you with security. That's my biggest dilemma right now, because once you're working in a job, you get your pension, your taxes are paid for you, you
medical aid, things
get
like that.
medical aid, you sort of get incentives. So that you sustain for a long time. But being a creative, you have to stack your money up and save your money yourself.
Facts.
And now you weren't taught these things in school.
So how are you going to imply?
So how are you going to imply it now? And now you left on your own because they only teach you the safe route where you go to uni, get your degree,
Get a job.
They're going to pay your taxes for you. They're going to help you, all that stuff. Like no one teaches you about credit score.
Nah, they don't, bro.
Boy.
Like even that, like that's why I said like life orientation needs to go, dog. Because like if you go for a home loan, you don't know your left from your right in a home loan. But why can't they have a subject in school that teaches you, these are the fundamentals of a home loan? Like
I feel like, okay, man, I guess everyone's education is a different type of thing, but I feel like they touch on it, but they don't touch on it enough.
that they don't. Because you leave high school without that knowledge at the end of the day.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I remember my grade 9 LO teacher telling us not to have sex with people who are pregnant. But
STDs
I don't
and stuff
remember
like that,
anything about
peer pressure.
No
I
business,
don't
nothing
remember
like
no
that,
business,
dog.
no nothing.
Because ultimately, that's the concept of life orientation, to teach you about the ways of life, to teach you about how to go about these things.
Yeah.
But there's none of that in that course. It's like, damn. That's why everyone gets 90%, because you literally have to answer questions about safe sex.
Oh wait, but
That's all
who's
the- all the
even
people know.
beating in high school though? That's kind of crazy to me. No judgment though.
They do
But-
that now though.
Oh, they do it now. You
Yeah.
know what the kids are on.
That's what the kids are.
They're on right now.
But guys, this has been another episode of the Kids Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Shout out to my brother Kane. Shout out to my brother Joe. Do you want to shout out your socials?
I am Kane_DJ on all platforms.
Papi Joe on Instagram. Oh, Papi Joe _ on Instagram.
So yeah, guys, if you guys want more episodes like these where we just discuss basic life topics about groove and about transitioning from high school to the normal life, let me know down below. And if you guys want a superstar guest like Costa Teach, Xavier, Chief Matt, let us know as well. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bow.